Today we're looking at the Wyze gaming headset. Wyze is a new player in the headphone world, so I'm really curious as to how well they're going to perform. Let's take a look at what's in the box. In the box, you're going to find the headset. The microphone is removable. It is just a 3.5 millimeter jack. So that's kind of nice because if you're not using the headset or the microphone, you can just take it off. There's also an included USB-C cable and the dongle. The dongle works over, it says Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, so whatever that means. Consider subscribing. We're trying to pass our friend Red Speckled Knits. We're very close, and you can help us get there. The included cable is obviously to charge the headset, but I'm really curious if you can just plug it straight in and use it that way as well. Plugging it in, it's not obvious if it works over the cable as a audio driver, but so far no luck. So on the headset itself, you will find a power button, a pairing button, a physical mute button for the microphone, which I kind of like because then you're just like certainly unhooked, or you just pull the microphone all the way out, and then a volume dial to dial the volume to your liking. All right, this is my first time throwing these on my head, and let's just do a comfort check. So immediately I feel a good seal of air, so I know the isolation is going to be pretty good, but it's not squeezing my head like some headphones will do. So that's a positive. I feel like I could wear these for a while. So now I'll do a few real world tests and just see what these things sound like. After a little bit more in-depth testing between gaming and some music, these aren't shocking me in any way. I would say they're pretty much exactly what you're paying for. Build quality overall, they are comfortable on your head. And they feel sturdy, they feel good. This is like aluminum brackets, so it's very kind of built out. It doesn't feel cheap in your hands. I can tell that these muffs and this band, it's the fake leather and it will flake just as fast as all the other ones do. I can tell it's going to do that. Good overall. So now we want to compare to a wired cheap set from Amazon. We've had these for a while, and me and Lo are going to take a listen, tell you what we think. So after comparing these a bit, the Wyze headphones are a little more balanced and a little more put together as far as the package goes, and I think you can see that right away. The call quality, we did a little Discord test. This is a microphone test with the Wyze gaming headset with the microphone that is on the little stick on the side of my head. This is how it sounds, and this is what it would sound like if you were listening to the other end. This is a microphone test with the crummy microphone headset from Amazon. Real cheap, 20 bucks, you won't believe it. But dang, is it a value. Take a listen. If it sounds good, it's good. You know, if it sounds bad, it's bad. I think it sounds pretty good, though. I think since it's having to encode it and transmit it wirelessly, there's a bit of loss there, whereas the Amazon headset is just a little more kind of exactly what you're giving it. It's a little fuller on the Amazon headset as far as a microphone quality, but ultimately the Wyze sounds pretty great.
The biggest standout between the two headphones was the Wyze was just so much louder, in a good way. I feel like when I play some of the music that I really love and want to hear, it felt gooder listening to this way because it was like beating in a certain way. I think that was like the biggest point, and it felt a little bit more comfortable on my ear. So another thing I pointed out was the isolation in these ones has to be better. I mean, I couldn't even hear what was going on in the room with the volume turned up versus the Amazon ones with the volume turned up. You know, I still hear people talking. So that was something else that I figured out about it. I mean, 16, 17 bucks, that's a pretty good headphone for 16, 17 bucks. But I mean, if you're going to be really gaming, really playing Call of Duty like I play, you're going to need these. You're going to need these right here.
My immediate reaction to the sound of these headphones is kind of no frills, very kind of as expected, not hyped in any way. It's very true to what it is, but for me, I almost prefer a little more low end a lot of times, or something that's a little more bottom heavy, and these Amazon headphones are exactly that. They're a little hyped on the low end. So for me, gaming or listening to music, they kind of work for me in that sense. So I've also worn them for a very long time, so I'm accustomed to them. So I kind of gravitate to them over the Wyze, but the convenience factor of wireless is a good point to make, and ultimately just a kind of cleaner selection. Compared to other wireless headphones on the market, it is a good value. Cheapest out there are around $40, and upper expensive ones can be up to $100. So for around $60, it's not a bad deal. If you have any questions, throw it in the comments. We'll get back to you. Hit that like button if you liked the video, and please consider subscribing. We're trying to pass our friend Red Speckled Knits, and we are so close.